You know, as nice as this library is looking, I think I want to take a bit of a break from building it. And how about today we go, I don't know, slay a dragon? Sure, let's do that. I've really been itching to get these Elytra. And I think I'm finally ready to go to the end, slay a dragon, and go venture out among the void and see if we can get ourselves some wings. So let's do that today. That'll be a fun adventure, right? Let me get all of my stuff back. Let's see. There's my stuff. Hello, stuff. Let's see. I feel like I am still missing some stuff here. Let's see. Coal. Let's see. My arrow. Of course, my bed, which is over here. Let me sleep. Alrighty. And let's see. I got to decide first of all. So this is like my normal adventuring gear, right? So, but I need to decide what I'm going to need to do, what I'm going to need to bring to the end with me. And actually, you know what? Let me turn this on. There we go. Okay, what do we need? First thing we need is we do need some more ender pearls. I wonder, you know, we went hunting for ender pearls in the nether last time. I wonder if Eric has ender pearls yet. That whole time we did that, I could have been trading for them. Possibly, potentially, likely. Okay, oh, that's right. We're on the roof now. We are on the roof. And we need to get down to the lower nether. Let's see. We'll make this a little bit of a cleaner descent at some point. But for now, this will work. For now. I'm going to need more food. Let's see. So let's go on over to the XP farm and have a little chat with Eric and see if he is selling us ender pearls. Oh, hello. No? No drops? Okay. Just that one. Just one little one, huh? Huh. Okay. I need to get into one of those bastions sometime soon and try to get the armor trim that's in those. Because I think that's the one that I use for my belt buckle. Because once you get wings, right, you see these these high pants, and I like the armor trim that comes from the bastions because it gives you the big belt buckle. All right, Eric, are you selling ender pearls yet? Yes, you are. This whole time I could have just gotten them from you. Jeez. All right. Well, you know, you learn. You live and you learn. And I still get confused between the different worlds that I'm playing and what's available in which one. Okay, let's see. Let's go ahead and trade a little bit with Eric here real quick. Let's get some pearls, or some emeralds, I mean. Sorry. So we'll just trade there. We got 11. That'll get us 2 pearls. Well, that's not enough, sir. I need more than that. Let's see. Where am I going to get more emeralds? I could go back home and trade with the farmers and bring some more emeralds. And I might even have some emeralds stored at home. Yeah, let's just double check that. Let's see. I should probably, well, I don't really need to heal this up at the moment. Yeah, we're good. Okay. Yeah, let me run back home. I should have probably done that before I came over here and see if I have emeralds at home. And we can buy some more of these pearls. I don't remember how many pearls I needed. I remember when we found the stronghold that I didn't have enough to light the portal. But I don't remember if I was short by like 1 or 2 or 3. I don't remember. Oh, and by the way, if you're new here, hello. My name is MC Oda. This is my long play series where I just play Minecraft for a couple hours. And, oh, that's right, we're going up again. I was like, what happened to my portal? How quickly we forget. Yeah, it's just me playing Minecraft for a few hours. No edits, or no real edits, no edits of anything substantial. Just kind of just chill, relaxing, taking it as I go, and I hope you enjoy. Let's see. Yeah, I guess the the trip back home now is a little bit longer. Eventually, I guess I should probably put a roof portal to the XP farm up here as well, just to make this trip that I'm doing right now go a lot faster. Let's see. Okay. Ooh, let's hop on through, see what we have as far as emeralds are concerned. I guess closing that door isn't as crucial now since the villagers aren't all roaming on this side of town. Let's see. Do we have? We got 35. That should be more than enough. Let's see. We already have 5. That's plenty. Okay, we don't even need to buy any more from Eric. Okay, great. We do need end rods. Oh, by the way, a couple eagle-eye viewers noticed that my shield was left in this chest right here. So thank you for that. I completely lost it. Sometimes when you're like quickly you hold shift and you're clicking things up into a chest like that, yet sometimes your mouse slips and you get something that you didn't intend. And I think that was the case there. Okay, so we need blaze rods. Oh my gosh, we need blaze rods, don't we? Yeah. I think I said end rods a moment ago, or maybe not. Okay, I am going to have to hop into the nether and get some of those. Did I use up everything I had when we went to the stronghold? I must have. All right, well, let's go get some blaze rods. I should be good to go with that. Let me just bring a potion. Oh, someone was like, please build yourself an ender chest. So I will do that this episode too. Once I get the ender pearls, or once I get the eyes of ender, I will build an ender chest. We'll have to get a little bit more obsidian, apparently. It looks like that was pretty empty. Okay, so let's get down here, get back down to the lower nether, and let's get to that fortress. I should have everything I need. And yes, again, the suggestion to make like a little home in here, like a building with I can have extra supplies and stuff. I have not forgotten about that idea. So thanks again for I can just steal this obsidian when I come back. I'll do that. I'll steal from there to get that obsidian. Yeah, I haven't forgotten. It's a great idea, and especially to hold stuff like this kind of stuff that I know that I'll need extras of down here, like extra leads and stuff. So I have not forgotten. Just one of those things. It's on the list. Here we go. All right, little fella. So you are gonna take me to the fortress, which is just right over there. It's not too far away. Once we get on the lava, he should move a lot faster. There we go. And you can do this to make him go faster, right? I think so. All right. So let's get this. I'll only need that compass. I don't really need the compass to find my way back from here because it's a straight line. All right. Now we should still have that set. Oh, and by the way, when I was up here, like clearing areas to hunt for wither skeletons, some people gave some great suggestions about like that big huge room, sectioning it off with some glass, just enough. I mean, I will lose a few spawn squares, but that way I'll be able to see what's in the room without necessarily getting like pelted from afar, So that's also something I need to look into doing. So let me put this away. All right, so we should hopefully... Well, let's see. Each blaze rod gives us 2 ender pearls. We probably don't need too many of them, but we'll just see what we can get with a really quick trip up here. I do have my little boats of protection here in case something spawns back on this side. Alright, let's see if we can find some blazes in here. There's some regular skeletons. Oh, get my shield up. There we go. Oh. Okay, fight each other, guys. There you go. I love it. That's so cool. Oh, that was weird. Did the zombie pig kill him? I bet he did. I wonder if he shot the zombie piglin. Let's see if we can do that. Oh, let's see if we can get him to shoot the zombie piglin. Shoot the zombie piglin. Here, there you go. Nice. Thanks, buddy. That was cool. Okay, let's run around here a little bit so we can get these guys to spawn. We just kind of have to, because they don't spawn really close to you. You have to kind of run around and get some. Oh, there's some withers. Hey guys. Hey guys. There's a bunch of them. Holy cow. I know it's a little dark in here. I'm sorry. I keep it dark so that things will actually spawn. So I apologize if it's a little hard to see. And okay, there's at least another one. I thought there was two more over there. Yep. Come on, fellas. Gonna give me a skull? No? Come on. Skull? No skulls. That's okay. No problem. We're not really here for skulls. We're here for blaze rods. So we just need to get these guys spawning. Where are you guys? Is there a spawner, a blaze spawner in this fortress that we've been to? I don't know if there is. I mean, I'm sure there is. I'm not sure if I can remember where it was. No. Okay. Is that open? That feels dangerous. Okay, I don't see any blazes. Alright, let's go. Oh. Alright, we'll run it. Oh. Hello. Okay. I was hoping the blazes would just, there would be a bunch of them in that main room. And I could have killed them really quick. But I guess we're going to have to hunt for them a little bit. Okay, there's one. Along with some skelly friends, okay. The skelly friends are, I'm going to have to deal with them. That hurt. Okay. I didn't grab a potion, did I? No. I went in that chest to grab a fire resist potion and I forgot. Okay. Alright. You got some backup, don't you? Some bodyguards. Alright. Let's get you. There we go. Okay, so we should be able to get this guy. Alright, nice. That was two. So that's a little trick if you're not aware. So looting is on your sword but not your bow, right? But if you shoot an arrow, if you can really quickly switch back to your sword before your arrow kills the mob, you'll actually get looting because the sword is in your hand. So that's what I did just then. I shot my bow at him, but I really quickly switched to my sword, and that's why he dropped 2 blaze rods. Alright, 3 blaze rods, that's enough for 6 pearls. That's probably enough. That's probably enough. Again, I was short, but I don't think I was very many short. But we should probably just get 1 or 2 more rods just in case. So let's see if we can get... There we go. Oh boy, there's some... All these guys are spawning with backup, huh? Oh no, I don't have a thing on this side of the room. Oh, there's one over here. Okay, one of these little things. Whew. Okay. And boom. There we go. Okay, so for example, right, if I were to shoot my bow, as soon as I release, I quick change to my sword, and then if that arrow were to have killed a mob, I would get the looting. And the way I do that is my sword, of course, is the 1 key, right? 2 key, 3 key, 1 key. So, and I keep my sword in my 1 because it's very easy for me to just reach up with my ring finger and hit that 1 very quickly. So that's why I always keep my sword in that first slot, is if I need to switch my sword really fast, it's almost just a reaction that I flip to that. So let me demonstrate. I think that one guy already despawned. So if I shoot this guy, I immediately flip to 1, and if that would have hit him and killed him, I would have got my looting. Okay, so like, see, as soon as I release, I hit that 1. Now that guy didn't drop anything, you bum. Anyway, you guys know what? You guys know the tricks. You guys know the tricks. All right, let me get on this side of the wall so that guy doesn't skeleton me to death. All right, gotcha. 4 rods, that's enough for 8. I think that's enough. All right, let's get out of this nether. The nether is never fun. It is nether fun down here. Okie dokie. All right, little fella, we're heading back home. Where's the lead? Okay. Let me get... There we go. There we go. All right, let's get this back home and get these ender pearls made. Get that ender chest made, so I can keep some stuff protected in there. And then we'll go find a dragon. I should probably... Oh, wait a minute. Let's see. The potions, the slow fall potions, I think those use phantom membranes, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, those are hard to get. Like, I'd have to stay up for many nights before they'll start spawning. I don't know if we've even had phantoms on this world. I've probably been doing pretty good with sleeping. Where is... Oh, why did I move that? You... There. Okay. And we'll put our rod back. Perfect. And our compass. There we go. Alright. I'm going to chop down this portal real quick and use those to make my ender chest. Since I don't need that portal anymore. Okay. Let's see. There we go. Yeah, when I started tonight, I knew I was going to go get something, right? Something, you know, do a little adventure this episode. And I was trying to decide between end dragon, and wings, or if I would go to a deep dark and try to get the swift sneak. So at the last minute there, I decided I would go with the the end dragon. So let's see. First of all, I don't need your sword or the couple of arrows. I'll keep the bones just because. Okay. Or 1 netherrack. Okay, there we go. All right, let's get back home and get some stuff crafted and then get some dragon fighting gear together. All right. Now the stronghold... Did we make a portal to get there? I don't remember. I remember that there was one that was like pretty much directly south. So like that way. I don't see a I don't see a nether portal over there, so I'll probably have to create one because I don't think I want to walk that distance. Let's see. Let's put those here. Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and let's craft those. I'll wait until I won't craft them all into Eyes of Ender yet until I know how many we need, just because it's always good to go into the end with one or two of these in your hand just in case you're in a sticky situation and you need to teleport. There we go. There's my ender chest. Now I can actually bring my not silk touch pickaxe with me. Nice. Perfect. Oh, you know what I could also do? Do I have fire resist potions? Yep, I like to store some fire resist potions in here as well, just in case I need those if I'm going somewhere where those guys are at. And we'll fill that up with some necessities at some point. Another thing I like to do once I get to this point is I like to travel with a bundle. So I do like to put some bundles in my ender chest in case I need them for anything. But I like to travel with one on me. And it's going to seem goofy, but there's a reason for it. Let me get those together. I'm so used to the way they originally worked when they were still experimental that it's so hard for me to like click those things correctly. So what I do is I keep a bundle up here, and then I stick my ender chest in that bundle. And the reason why is so silly. Oh, good thing that didn't break. There we go. Because basically, like, say my like inventory's full. I'm like adventuring, and I got like all kinds of stuff, and there's like stuff on the ground that I can't pick up. If I like, well, let's pretend that was stuff that I couldn't pick up. If it was just an ender chest in this square, just if it was like this, right? And I took my ender chest out, and I had to move something out of the way to get it in my hand, and then I place it, and then something pops into my inventory and fills that spot, right? Now when I break it, I can't pick it up. And it's such a goofy thing that like never happens. So what instead is I keep it in my bundle. So the bundle is useful to have regardless with you just in case. But now this way, right, I can always just right click it out of my bundle. This inventory spot stays without something else filling it up. And then I use. And then after I pick it up, I know there's a spot for it right there. And again, it's a silly thing, but that's just how I roll. That is how I roll. Okay, so I'm going to put some of this, like my essential adventuring gear up there because I don't really need it for this trip. For this trip, I am going to take those with me because I'm not sure how many I'll need. We can get rid of these bones and the extra. Oh, you know what? I'm actually going to need more obsidian because I'm going to make a roof portal to get to this. What's it called? Stronghold. Let's see, which means I'll probably need. I'll need a flint and steel. Let me put a shears. Let me put a hoe in case I need it and one of these. I like to put some buckets. This is some of my gear that I like to put in my ender chest. And once I get shulker boxes, a lot of this adventuring gear will go into a shulker box and clear up the space in my ender chest. So something else I'm going to need for my trip to, because after I kill the dragon, I want to go get some wings. So I will need a few things when I go do that. Like one thing I'm going to need is some chests in case I find shulker boxes. Okay, and some wood to make more. Okay. Yeah, I doubt I have. For a moment there, I thought that was the phantom membranes. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be making a slow fall potion. So I think as far as my fight with the dragon, I'm just going to have to try to do some crazy bucket clutch stuff and hope he doesn't throw me too high up in the air. What else do I need to fight the dragon? Honestly, you don't need a whole lot to fight the dragon. You just need time to sit there, and I probably need just some blocks. I will probably need some blocks. Let me get some blocks, but then also let me get some easy to break blocks. I don't have a lot of moss yet. Sometimes this is a lot faster to break. I'll bring some of those. Dragon fight, dragon fight, dragon fight. Yeah, besides like water to break your fall, I got my arrows. I got my armor's as good as it can get. I think I'm ready to fight the dragon. I don't think I need to worry too much about trying to get the slow fall potions. I'll just hope he doesn't just hope I don't need him. Okay, so let's go ahead and get some more obsidian so that we can build this roof portal, and then we're going to get on our way. So as far as I'm probably going to need at least one trapdoor to get into that the gate. So let's get at least one. Well, let's get a couple trapdoors, so I don't have to craft them on the way. So one to get the gate out, and then one to get back. I really don't think I need anything else. All right, let's go down and get some more obsidian. And yep, and then we'll get rolling. Then we will get rolling. Is this still full of? Oh yeah, this is still full of stuff I dug up. Oh, I got a bunch of spruce over here. I'm gonna have to remember that. I'm gonna have to remember that. All right, let's see. Obsidian is down in this cave. Let's see. I do have a bucket of water. I don't like jumping down on the woo. I almost whoa. Okay, hold on. What am I doing? I can't jump back that way. That's not where I like to fall down. I like to fall down over here. Yeah. There we go. And badoop, badoop. Over here is my lake of lava. Right through this little crack here. It's crazy how like your brain like remembers directions, like how to get to something like this little area. Might as well get some of these while we're here, if they're that readily available. Yep, there's some obsidian we already have created. All right, we don't need too many. We just need to we just need to make one portal, so we don't have to sit here and grind out too much of this. This will just take a minute. That's not too bad. Yep, that should be enough for a portal. Fantastic. See, told you that wouldn't take long. Alright. I see you guys. Ba-dum. Ba-dum, bum, 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 bum. There we go. Okay, so I saw something about like, oh, before you go to the new version, and this guy was like doing something where he like, you have to like trap a dolphin in a boat with water and a squid and stuff, and it made me wonder, like, they're not doing anything with dolphins and squids. Okay, I seriously lose my way up here every single time I come up here. What's the way up here? Okay, hold on. Sorry. Okay, now I'm really lost. Anyway, it made me wonder, like, he was saying it almost as if, like, you need to make sure you save a dolphin before you upgrade to this new version, 1.21.9, and I couldn't figure out why the heck, why? Like, they're not getting rid of dolphins, as far as I'm aware, or squids. That would be silly to get rid of them. Okay, this is the way up, right? Yeah, this is my way up. Okay. Yeah, so I don't know why this guy was going on so much. So much of his video was about, like, how to, like, save a dolphin and capture the dolphin and put it in a boat with like a triggered trap door that keeps pouring water on him to keep him alive. I am really lost, guys. Okay, is this the way out? I think this is the way out. I need to have some better indications on how to get out of this thing, because I always get lost getting out of this thing. Yeah, this is the way out. Okay. So yeah, I didn't watch his whole video because I kind of got bored with like him telling you how to like trap a dolphin in a boat and have a trap door that triggers that makes the water flow over it and all this other mess. But it made me wonder, like, why? Why was he going through this much trouble to save a dolphin in a boat before he upgraded? If you guys know of anything weird, anything in this 1.21.9 that's coming up that has anything to do with dolphins and squids, let me know, because I didn't see anything. So. Oh, as far as the new versions, some folks wanted me to talk about those a little bit. I don't read or get too terribly excited about new versions until I can actually start playing them. Because, and the reason for that, it's not because I'm not interested in them. It's because, sorry, I just started, my brain just switched to, oh my gosh, I need to sleep, and I stopped thinking. It's because, like, they change so much, right? Because they start talking about these releases so long before they're available, and then, you know, people are playing snapshots and stuff, and a lot of what people find out about these versions ends up changing before it gets released. You know, either things work differently, things are added, things are removed. So I tend to just kind of like, I have a passing knowledge of what's going on, but I don't like stress out over like, I have to know exactly what's happening or have like an opinion the day it comes out. So yeah, that's my thing with the new versions. Like, I got no problem with them, but you know, I don't put too much brain energy into knowing about them until they're ready. Let me just get more food. This is all I have, less than a stack of food, so I should probably go ahead and trade for some food before we get rolling too far. Yeah, but that being said, 1.21.9 is out. And the reason why I'm not playing it yet is because I do have mods on this. In fact, if I go to my mod menu, you can see here the mods that I have. Again, nothing that really changes the game, but it's just some quality of life stuff in here. So they're obviously all not updated yet for this version. But I do have a 1.21.9 instance already that I created, and I'm kind of like, as the mods are released, I'm adding them to it. So hopefully in the next episode or two, hopefully all the mods will be ready and I'll be able to start playing 1.21.9, which would be pretty awesome. But that's why we're not playing it yet this week. It's gonna be the same thing for my my game with Zinc, our server, because there's also mods on the server for stuff like performance and things like that are pretty necessary. So that's another thing where our intent was to have that game be more vanilla, which is why I use even less mods on that game. But there are still mods that we have to have, again, for performance and things. So we do have to wait for all of those to be upgraded as well. So our Zinc and Oda game will probably not be on 1.21 or whatever it is, 1.28.9. 1.21. Oh my gosh, I don't even remember what the versions are. Whatever, 0.9, the new one. That server will probably not be on the new version yet this weekend when we record. So, just FYI, we're not avoiding them. We're just not ready yet. The mods aren't ready yet. So, okay. And speaking of Zinc, someone wanted me to talk about Zinc a little bit. Oh, well, hello, dude. But I think I will save that for whenever we're mindlessly searching the end for cities. Dripstone! We haven't found Dripstone yet. We've been wanting to find Dripstone. Okay. Uh-huh. Yeah, let me go grab some emeralds. I need to get these dripstones from him. Remember, we've been on the search for dripstone and haven't been able to find it at all. Not that it's anything that I necessarily need too badly, but I want to get some. So where's my emeralds? Okay. And where's my... Grab a boat real quick here. Okay. So, where are you, Mr. Trader, sir? Excuse me. Can I get in here? There we go. All right. Thanks for the dripstone, man. And while we're standing here, there's an easy way to get your leads without having to slaughter anybody. Oh, it's for them to get in it, not you. And then if we can get the other llama in a boat, there we go. It pops the lead. There we go. It's a nice, humane way to get the leads from them without anyone getting hurt. Now, the reason why I came over here was to trade for carrots. So let's get that done. Okay, that makes me feel better. That's a stack and about almost a stack and a half. That makes me feel a lot better. Okay, now I think we're about ready. I feel like I should keep the boat just as Enderman protection, but I know I'm just not going to have the wits to switch to it if I need it that fast. Okay, let me put this up here. Let me put the emeralds away. Let me put my new leads away. I don't need them on this trip. Is this where I'm putting leads? No, I'm putting leads in here. Okay, let's put this dripstone away. We can grow more dripstone if we need it. So one thing that's cool, yeah, so you could, yeah, okay, so we'll craft 4 of them into a dripstone block. Yeah, okay. And then we'll put 4 more into another dripstone block. Okay, let's just do this real quick. We're going to literally make a dripstone farm. I mean, I say farm, it's not, we're going to make 2 pieces of dripstone that'll start growing. What do I want to do to keep the water in? Do I have any more trapdoors? I can make spruce trapdoors. I got a lot of spruce. Okay, spruce trapdoors. There we go. So now basically, how tall do we want these things? Where do we want to grow these dripstones at? This is me getting really, really distracted. Let's just put them here for now, just because. Just because. I don't know why. Okay, let me see. Because I can reach it with my pickaxe, that's why we're going to stick them up here for now. Okay. Alright, so we can put the water here. We'll put the water there and the dripstones there. So we're going to need... So we'll put some temporary blocks. That's where the water's going to be. And then we will put like a trapdoor here. And one here. And one here. And then we're going to come around to this side. And we're going to put one here. And that'll be good enough to hold the water in. Okay. And, well, below the water, first of all, that's going to be where the actual dripstones themselves are. There we go. And we'll stick a water source there and a water source there. Now, each of those will start dripping. And I don't remember if that's enough to get it started or if you have to put one pointed one underneath. But we'll put one pointed one underneath each one. And then... in about 6 months from now, we'll probably have about 4 more dripstones that we can mine. Because it really does take a long time to do. Okay. Let me put... Hold on, let's see. Oops. Okay, I have 1 bucket of water in there. Okay, that's good. All right. Now I think we're about ready to go see a dragon. Okay. Other spruce planks. And I'm just going to put my extra food in here. We'll take a stack. You know what? Some of this extra food is going to go in. No, I'm going to keep the extra food here in case there's some kind of tragedy and I lose my ender chest. There we go. Okay, I think we're ready to go fight a dragon. We are ready to go fight a dragon. So our end portal was way down here. Did I actually put that one? Let's see. Stronghold. Was that coordinate? Okay, we'll just put the portal here, then we can walk down to it. Typically, I would end up putting the portal actually in the actual the end. I would put the nether portal in the room with the end portal. But for now, we're just going to go ahead and we're going to grab these coordinates. There we go. Okay, so that I know where I can put it in the end. So, oh, I'm going to have to do math again, aren't I? Okay, here we go. Let me go get the pen. All right, let me get the pen and the Post-it and my phone with my calculator. All right. Calculator. All right, so these coordinates we just got is x is 158. 158. And then it's 2557. So 158 divided by 8 equals about 20, close to 20. And then 2557 divided by 8 is close to 320. 320. That's where we're headed. In the nether. All right. Okay, let's go. Enough talking, enough collecting. If we're missing anything, we'll just deal with it. I think we have everything. Let me grab everything. I have a bow, I have a bucket, I've got some other things. Okay, yeah. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. We're just gonna go kill a dragon. What can go wrong? What can possibly go wrong? Okay, so we're gonna go pretty much directly south. And we're going to go to about 320. Which isn't too long. Let's see. Oop, that's negative, so... Rolls to 20. There we go, we're about at 20. We're about halfway there. We're in the Basalt Delta. Once we have wings, this will be like a one rocket, pew, and we're already there. Okay, almost there. Here we go. 2320, close enough. All right, let's go ahead and build ourselves an ender portal, a nether portal. There we go. Oh, I didn't bring anything to spawn-proof this. That's okay. We'll put some torches. Torches, I can make a couple pressure plates. 2, 3, 4, 5. That'll spawn-proof it, okay? Okay, and we will put our pressure plates up here to spawn-proof it. Perfect. And then north is the way home, so we're going to put a torch here to say go that way to get home. Perfect. And I put... Yes, I did bring the flint and steel. I did remember to do that. Okay, excellent. Okay, we're almost there. We're going to be fighting a dragon in a few minutes. I'm not sure how I feel about that. Because now that I'm here, I just so don't want to die. I just don't want to die. Oh, boy. I mean, the dragon fight isn't too hard, but again, you know, you're... Oh, of course, it's the middle of the night. Oh, there's a village right there, nice and lit up. Okay. All right, so let's... You know what I'm going to do? Just so that nothing tries to, like... the last thing you need to do is go through one of these and get, like, a creeper surprise. So maybe this is just enough to, maybe prevent things from really trying to pathfind in there too much. So hopefully that'll be enough just to keep some creepers out. Or you go through there and then, yeah, there's a... Oh, look, there's still stuff from whenever I dug my way back out of here. Cool. Okay, so hopefully this will lead right down into the portal room. That would be nice. And eventually we can line up this portal we just dug, this portal we just created. We can hopefully at some point line it up a little bit better with, like we'll actually put another portal down here in this room, and then the roof coordinates will get lined up a little bit better with that. All right. Okay, we were 3 short. Okay. Excellent. So we need 3. Perfect. Here we go. Oh. Okay. First of all, we're going to set our spawn here. Hopefully nothing bad can come get us. Let's see. Let's just make sure nothing bad can come in and get us. Because as soon as I say nothing can come, sure enough, someone will show up. There we go. So nothing can come in there. Nothing can come in through there. Okay, so we should be safe. That's just the way up. There's nothing. Okay. So no surprises if we have to come back through here. Let me just go ahead and anything I don't need for this fight, I will put in my ender chest. I don't need that for the fight. I need some junk blocks. I need some ender pearls if I need to end this for a quick escape. I technically don't need my axe for anything. I will probably need everything else at some point. I always get so nervous getting ready to do this fight. I mean, I don't know why I'm nervous. Like, I mean, I've fought the dragon a bunch of times. It's just that I know, like, again, one wrong move and he's going to throw you up in the air and then squish. Okay. Here we go. Oh, oh my gosh, this is... Oh, no. Oh my gosh, can we get over there before anyone hurts us? Worst island spawn ever. Oh, I hate when they're out like this. I have pearls in my hot bar. I got to remember that. Okay, already the sweaty hands are starting. I can hear the dragon. I can hear the dragon. Don't come over here, please. Not yet. I can hear it flapping. No. I can hear it. I can hear it shooting. Okay. Guys, my heart is going nuts right now. I don't want to have to do this over the void thing yet. Because the dragon will eventually come swoop down and get you if you're not up there. Eventually the dragon will show up. Okay. Okay, just get out from under. Oh gosh, okay. This is supposed to be relaxing Minecraft. I'm stressed out really bad right now. Okay. Okay, I got through that part. Now it should just be a normal dragon fight from here on out. Okay, great. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Let's start trying to take out these crystals. Did that one pop? I think it did. I hear you up there. You know what I need to do? I need to make myself some Enderman shelters. Okay, this will be my, okay. Alright, let's get some crystals. I didn't bring a jack-o'-lantern with me. I'm going to get killed by an Enderman at some point. I know I am. Okay. I'm really bad at looking at the Enderman in here because I'm I'm not paying attention to them. I'm paying attention to like the dragon or where I'm aiming, and the Enderman will often get me. Now these up in the cages, it's nice if you can get kind of a diagonal and then you kind of shoot at just the right spot. You can hit it. Oh, I missed it. See, I almost looked at that Enderman because he's... There we go. See? So you don't have to worry about climbing those if you can get that angle just right. Boom. Nice. Okay. Oh boy, I bet a real-time dragon fight is going to be pretty boring to watch. Oh boy. Just missing that one. Did that one get it? Like, I didn't see it explode, but I feel like it got it. I thought I just looked at that Enderman. Did I? No. Okay. Okay, so some of these... Oh, something hit me. It was the dragon. Okay, some of these are really high up there. I might have to actually go up to get to some of these crystals. Let me get... If I can hit them from a distance, you don't have to go up. You just need way better aim. Oh my. And then come the fireballs. Oh, I might be climbing. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. I'm going to get knocked off if I go climbing. Okay. Okay, these are just going to be really hard for me to hit. Oh my gosh. Okay. Alright, I might be climbing one. Alright, let's just... Oh, my hands. My hands are sweaty. Alright, let me put a little... let me put a splash down here if I need it. Okay. Okay, let's start climbing up. Oh my gosh, how high up is this one? Oh my gosh, I'm almost there. And I think if you stay down one, you can get it without getting hurt. Okay. Now from here, I should hopefully be able to get these a little easier. Is that all of them? That's all of them. Just me and the dragon now. Alright, you shouldn't be healing at all. Wow, that was a good hit. Oh yeah, I can't. Okay, let's watch for Enderman. See, now this is where I'm worried I'm going to be looking at Enderman. Okay, jump into the water. Okay. Okay. Now it's just, can I hit the dragon? And not get killed by fireballs or Enderman. Okay, these are some pretty terrible shots. Okay. Oh, I guess it did take some damage from when I was breaking those last few crystals because it was healing off of those last few crystals. So I guess that's good. It got a little bit of a head start on the damage there. Okay, now this is the dangerous part. This is where it's gonna like launch you in the air. Oh gosh. Oh, and I'd see how I couldn't even get my mouse wheel to one of the two things to save me quick enough. Okay. That's what I mean about like just my reaction time is bad. Scrolling through my hotbar is just not good. Okay. Alright, hopefully I can pull off a few pot shots here before they land again. Come on. Sometimes I'm pretty good with like being able to lead it with my shots, but I'm just not on target tonight for some reason. Oh, hello, Enderman face. You almost... I almost looked at you. Is it coming down? Oh, come on. Usually it's easy to hit when it's doing that. Okay, now I need to get a few more shots on it here. Okay, it didn't hit me. It didn't launch me. Good, good, good. Yet. What's hitting me? An Enderman. Okay, get to the Enderman shelter. I'm more worried about the Enderman than the dragon. Whew, okay. Stop. Stop moving. Stop. Stop. There we go. Boy, how many hits has it taken for you? Holy cow. Thought my sword was better than that. Sharpness 5? Okay. Next time the dragon lands, we should be able to kill it. So hopefully this fight won't go too much longer. Is it already on its way down? I believe it is. Alright, let's finish this thing off. Oof. Before it finishes me off. There we go. Nice. Okay. Nice. Here we go. We can heal up this pickaxe. Woo, nice. Slay the dragon. Very good. Very good. Okay, perfect. So now we need to go find us some wings. So I will bring that just in case I need it for anything. I will need some of these. I'll probably need more junk blocks. Okay. I think that's all I need at the moment. Okay. There we go. All right, let's find where our portal is without looking at any Endermen. I have to find the portal. There it is. It's on this side. Okay, great. Oh, hey, there's the egg. We'll get that on the way back. Let's see. The portal. I don't remember the way in, the way we arrived. I could look on the map. Okay, so it's like almost opposite of where we... So when we teleport in, we have to go across this bridge and all the way over here to get to this thing. Of course, it's on the opposite side. No big deal. No big deal. Okay, so we just need to make a nice boring stair step up there. Hopefully I have... Well, if I don't have enough junk, there's a ton of endstone here. So let's try to kind of line that up a little bit. Feel like we're about diagonal. Okay. Let's do it. Okay. Well, that dragon fight wasn't too bad. Threw me in the air only one time, and I only got one Enderman angry. So, I'd say that was probably... And And I got it pretty quick. Like, it landed pretty quickly, and I got it in 3 landings. So, as far as dragon fights go, I'd say that was probably one of my more successful ones, honestly. Oh, I'm already even with it. Okay. There we go. Now we'll try to make a bit of a platform around here for when we teleport. Oops. I might have just looked at Enderman. I think I just heard one teleport. When you come back through, I'm assuming it's going to put you on a solid block, but I do like to have a few blocks around this just in case. All right. There we go. And of course, you can ender pearl your way in, but of course, the trapdoors are a lot easier once they added that to the game. So let me put these in my hotbar. Put that in my bundle. Okay. See, these ender pearls, that's my quick getaway if I need it. Boom. Oh my gosh. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. What a terrible place. These are terrible, terrible end spawns. I mean, look at this. Look at this. Look how far I have to pillar out to get anywhere. Okay. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Oh, that's not cool at all. I don't even know where the... Oh, it's right there. Holy cow. Okay, so which one of these ones do we want to go to? If I feel like we'll go this way. It feels like there's more solid ground before I have to go over another void that way. So we'll go that way, which means we'll go pretty much straight to that island and then... Oh gosh, I hope I didn't just look at him. Oh boy. Okay. I need a ton of material to build these bridges. Oh man, I have not enough. Let's see. Well, I didn't expect such a desolate spawn over here. Let's see. At least some of these we can get even more. So that's a couple of stacks. Okay. Here we go. Oh my gosh. I don't like this. I don't like this. Okay. Like it or not, I got to do it. So let's start. How badly do I need this shield? You know, if I get tangled with an Enderman, I need the shield. But the shield is weird with like building blocks. Okay. You know what I forgot to bring? Oh, I was going to make some rockets and bring an anvil with a mending book and an unbreaking book. And I don't have any of those. So even if I do find wings, I'm going to have to walk all the way back. Oh, this is terrible. Okay. Let's start bridging. See, I don't like how the shield pops up like that when you're trying to build. If you miss the target. That's always annoyed me since shields existed. Okay. So while we're over the void here, sweating and hurting my pinky because I'm pressing shift so hard, someone wanted me to talk a little bit about Zinc, about how I met Zinc and how we started playing together. I think that's a pretty cool topic. So yeah, back in the day. So this is back when I was still playing on block breaking SMP, but kind of towards the end of that, I kind of felt like I wanted to. Well, actually, I believe I had. No, at that point I was still on there, but I was kind of feeling like things weren't jiving so well, and I kind of was thinking I would want to go do something else. And Oh my gosh, this is of course isn't even. Oh my gosh, look at all these Endermen. Oh my gosh, this is terrible. I hate this. I hate everything about this. Oh gosh. Okay. Hold on a second. Okay. Oh man. Okay, I need to just go. I guess I just go straight this way. Okay. Anyway, so around that time, I was thinking I wanted to try to start finding, I was thinking I had tossed around in the back of my head. I would think I would like to start my own SMP. I was watched like a video or whatever with Exuma Void from Hermitcraft, and he was like, how do I get on Hermitcraft? Well, you make your own Hermitcraft is what you do. So I was like, maybe I'll just make my own SMP and try to find people that I would like to play with. So for a long time, I would just sit there and like just refresh YouTube and get suggestions, and then, you find some new person, you click on their video, and of course, the majority of them, there's just something you're just like, nah, I don't think this person would really cut it, or, whatever. But then every once in a while, I would find somebody that I liked, and not just liked their content and liked their personality, but also someone that I thought that would jive with me, that I would be able to actually play the game with. I sure hope I brought my coal too. Okay, so I'm probably gonna need new torches eventually. I'm gonna need to leave like a torch trail. Yeah, so basically through doing that, then I ended up stumbling upon Zinc's channel because at one point, it was recommended to me. And I clicked and I was like, hey, this guy's a lot of fun. I like him and he seems really nice, and I like the way he plays. I liked his videos that he was making. And I think I'm already, oh my gosh, seriously. Okay, we can explore down around that way. Okay, let me get some of these torches back. I'm trying to use these torches as a way to, well, actually, since I have my map, that's not as difficult to find your way back. So yeah, so I started watching his channel, and I really started enjoying it, and I pretty much became a fan of his. I would start, was commenting in his comments, and he was answering back and stuff. And through the comments, we had kind of, built up a bit of a rapport. And so then at one point in time, he had tracked, no, he had, that's what it was. I had like no contact information on my channel. Like no email or anything. And let's see, I'm going to need, there we go, torches. There we go. So in the comments in one of his videos, he had replied to one of my comments and said like, hey, I want to ask you a couple of questions. Can you email me? And then he put his email in the comment. Holy cow. Okay, we're going to have to keep going that way. So I did. I emailed him. I was like, hey, hi, da da. And I said, by the way, you probably want to remove your email from the comment so that everyone in the world doesn't have your email address, which he did. And then we started chatting. And then from there, he had a question. I answered the question and stuff. We had a little bit of back and forth. And then I think we switched to like Discord. I was like, hey, if you're on Discord, that'll be easier than trying to send emails constantly back and forth. So then we synced up on Discord. And then after having some conversation, now at this point I had left block breaking and I was just doing some solo stuff. And we were talking about something. I don't know what we were talking about. And we were talking about something over Discord. And at this point, we hadn't spoken in person. It was just texting over Discord. And I was like, hey, I had this idea. I was thinking about trying to start up a new SMP. And, blah, blah, blah. I kind of gave him the spiel, what I was thinking and everything. And he was like, this sounds great. I would love to do it. So then, from there, we basically, we started talking about that. And, oh my gosh. Oh, where... Let me turn left and go that way, perhaps. So yeah, so then we started working on like trying to get Craftworks going. Of course, at that point it wasn't called Craftworks yet. We didn't know what it was going to be called. So then, and there are some other people who I had, because I kept doing that with YouTube, right? Just I kept seeing, like, anytime I'd see a name I didn't recognize or something, or like a small creator or whatever, I'd click and watch, and then so I started finding other people that I thought it would be fun to play with. People like Lane and Millie and everyone. And then once we had decided to go ahead and try to do this, we started getting in contact with people, and then the birth of Craftworks happened, right? So then we started Craftworks, and then at that point, then we started actually playing together on Craftworks and actually spending time where we could actually like talk to each other, not just chatting over Discord. We could actually have like face-to-face conversations essentially in the game on the server. And of course I'm in the US and he's in Australia, so there was a massive time difference. But being kind of aware that his time zone was much different than everyone else's on the server, you know what I need to do? I need to get some of these things too. Sometimes these guys are good as a quick little escape if you need them. Okay. Yeah, so anyway, because I knew that his time zone was so much different, holy cow, I'm not finding anything out here. And now I'm getting to some pretty large stretches that I don't think I want to try to bridge across. Oh, I don't know if I'm going to have any options but to bridge across these. Guys, this is terrible. This is the worst. This right here is one of the worst aspects of this game. Like, for seriously. Like, there's nothing fun about going through the void and pillaring across the void for potentially hours until you find one of these things. This is just not a very enjoyable part of the game. Let me get those torches back. So yeah, but anyway, because I was aware that he had such a different time zone and that he often was just no one would be on when he was on, I would try to make it a point to, like, when I get up in the morning, I would hop on so that we could at least spend a little bit of time together. If we weren't like making content, we could at least be like chit-chatting and stuff. So, and from there, the friendship just kind of grew from there, right? Because now we're communicating a lot, and we're finding out we have a lot in common and everything else. I'm going to have to get myself some end stone, because I might run out of those slabs. Yeah, so then our friendship kind of grew from there, and then after I stopped the SMP content and left Craftworks, I was just gonna do just some single player stuff for a while, but then of course I was hanging out with him, because at that point we're friends, right? So I kind of had a server sitting there where it was just in creative, and me and him would just hang out. And we would just build creative. We got this little creative world where we were just like building stuff. And so we did that for quite a while. And then finally it was just kind of like, hey, you know what? Do you want to do like a 2-player thing? And then we decided on the Zinc and Oda thing, or the Oda and Zinc, not Zinc and Oda. Minecraft with Oda and Zinc. And we kind of came up with that idea, and we were kind of thinking, like, how do you do a 2-player game where both of you kind of like get the views, because obviously you're making content, you want to get views on your content, right? So if you just put on one person's channel, then that person's getting all the views, the other person's not getting any. And if you do something like what you call it, what their name, Imp and Skiz, they have a whole separate channel that's just like Imp and Skiz videos. And I'm like, well, we're not going to make a separate channel with 0 subscribers and try to build that from nothing. That'd be kind of silly. We're too small for that. So we came up with that idea of doing like the alternating episodes. And rather than doing like one episode a week on each channel, we decided like, hey, let's just We get together one night a week, usually Sunday evenings, and can I not? Oh, you have to do them into these first. Okay. Oh, okay, that's a lot of slabs. Good. Yeah, so we decided on the concept of like, well, let's just let's have them alternating between our channels, one episode to the next, and then we record. We work basically on Sunday evenings. We record both episodes. We record mine first, and then his, and then sometimes we run out of time, and we have to pick up some stuff for his episodes like during the week, which is fine because his doesn't come out until like Saturday anyway. So yeah, and that's what we've been doing since. So that's how I met Zinc and how our friendship kind of grew. So that's pretty cool. I never thought. So obviously I'm a little bit older, right? I'm from a different generation, and before the internet existed, right? You know, so I mean, I was an adult working a career job before I even like used the internet for the first time, and so the idea that I would be like friends with someone in Australia. And like a meaningful friendship where we hang out like on practically a daily basis. Like most mornings I get up and I hang out with him for about 45 minutes or so before I go to work in the morning. And it's his evening, so it's before he goes to bed. And so like I literally like hang out with him like almost every day, which is just crazy, right? And there's someone from Australia on the other side of the planet. It's just mind-blowing when you think about it. I remember back in the day there were commercials, and I don't remember who the company was. I'm sure people will remember this. But they were like, it was commercials for something, for some telecommunications company. Maybe it was like AT&T or something like that. But it was like, you know, play chess with someone, in England or whatever. It was like basically like advertising, like all these crazy things that you'll be able to do, and one day you'll be able to like play chess with someone on the other side of the world. And like you're watching those commercials and you're like, yeah, okay. Whatever. It's like, if at that point it's almost like science fiction dreaming at that point when you're seeing those. Oh my gosh. Well, let's keep going down this way. Hopefully there's at least some land down here. That way. But like obviously, that became a reality. But now, seriously, like one of the closest friends in my life now lives on a continent that's on the other side of the planet. It's just bizarre. It's crazy. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? Pretty cool stuff. Pretty cool stuff. All right, let's see. There's another little portal-y thing. So, like, at least since I'm going to be, like, walking my way back home, if we find one out this way, we could use this portal. So, you know what I should probably do? I should probably just mark this, create a waypoint, and just say portal. Okay, and then this original one. I hate that every time I come to the end, that's where I'm going to have to start. That's just insane. Main portal. Okay. Which direction were we heading? Which direction were we heading? Okay, yeah, we're going to go south and go to that mainland there. Okay. All right. Gosh, oh man, I'm so sorry. I need to stop apologizing, but holy cow. I don't know when I'm ever going to find a city, and this could be potentially a very long, boring episode. But you guys keep telling me to not apologize for that, so I'm not going to apologize, but I'm sorry. I'm sorry if this ends up being really boring. Oof. So since we got some time, so I like watching movies. I've always liked movies. I'm not like a movie buff in the sense that I'm like one of these people who's gonna walk around and claim that like, oh, this movie is, this person deserves an Oscar for this, and this movie is, like I'm not like a movie snob. I'm just like I like watching movies, and I like watching like all kinds of movies, good movies, bad movies, comedy, sci-fi, horror, rom-com. I mean, I'll watch anything. I like watching movies. This looks like we can kind of go either way. Let's go down this one. We'll go south and then cut over to the east. Okay. Oops. There we go. So anyway, and obviously, you probably just me talking, right? Sometimes like little movie references or song references come out. So yeah, always enjoy watching movies. But anyway, so just this week, it was pretty much like during this week. So there's these. Now I do enjoy horror movies. I don't know. I like the genre. And I know that there's a lot of people out there who won't watch or who don't enjoy watching scary movies, and that's perfectly fine. But if you're into that, so I was just watching the 28 Days Later series of movies. There's a new one that they've just was out recently called 28 Years Later, right? There's only 3 of them. There's 28 Days Later, and then a little while after that they made 28 Weeks Later as like a sequel, kind of, not really sequel. But then it wasn't a sequel as in it didn't involve the same people, but it's just like another story in the world. And then, of course, now many years later, they did this latest one, which was 28 Years Later. But oh man, this feels like okay. I could hop up onto this island and see what's right here. You never know; there could be one right here. And once we get wings, that's a nice short flight from our home thing. Okay, let's try. Those are interesting movies if you're into that genre. So like they're essentially zombie outbreak kind of movies, and they don't really call them zombies. They're just people who become infected, and they're essentially zombies, but they're really, really fast. They're like super fast, like they run at you kind of zombie. They're not like the slow lumbering zombies. They're like super fast, like, and they change really fast. Like a zombie bites them, and like within like 30 seconds they're turning into one, and then their eyes turn red, and then they're trying to get you too. So it's one of those things where they're really hard to escape. So oh gosh, yeah, there's nothing. Okay, let's go down. Let's backtrack down here southwest and try to go down here. Here we go. But they're interesting because, like, in the first one, I thought it was implied that the virus, like, killed, whatever, zombified pretty much the entire planet. Like, I got the impression that it was, like, the whole world was affected by this. And then in the second one, they kind of did the same thing, right? Even though it was then 28 weeks later, right? So it was like 6 months later. And now all of these are set in like the UK, and you'll have to like I don't know geography enough to know England versus what's UK, what's Great Britain, what's England. I don't know, but we'll just say UK. That's where these movies are set. So in the second one, it was still set in the same country, right? The same area, the UK. And where am I going? No, see, I need to be going around this way. Okay. So that was cool. But then and then this last one was also set, I guess with my map, I don't need the torches so much because I'm about to run out another stack of torches here. Yeah, I don't really, since I have the mini map, I don't really need the torches. Okay. Now this brand new one that came out, and this isn't to spoil. I mean, this doesn't really spoil much. I don't know if it spoils anything or not. If you haven't watched it, I guess, you know, maybe a little bit spoilery. I'm not going to give away storyline plot stuff, but in this one, it's like, it's again, now it's 28 years later, right? So now you actually have, you know, children who are in the story who haven't known the world before the outbreak kind of thing, right? Oh my gosh, this is... Okay, let's go south across this land bridge here. Where is that land bridge? Oh gosh, it's way down there. I'm gonna have to bridge some of this. Okay. But anyway, in this new one, and I don't know if this is spoilery or not. They're kind of like, it's like the people are kind of like, they're on an island, not the mainland. They're on an island, but they're right across like a causeway to the mainland. And like they don't really go to the mainland much because that's, of course, there's tons of infected out. They call them infected, the infected people out there. And then, but then also they talk about like their island is quarantined. And that every now and then there's like boats and stuff that patrol to make sure that they're remaining quarantined or whatever. And they'll make comments about them being like, you know, from France or whatever, from other countries. These quarantine boats that come checking on them. And then at one point, of course, for story reasons, of course, they go to this mainland. I mean, that's not much of a spoiler. But then at one point they encounter a soldier from, I think from Sweden or something. Oh my gosh, is this the end of this one too? Holy cow. Do we bridge across to this one? Or do we try to walk up to here and see if it continues this way? Let's walk around. But anyway, so they're talking to this guy from Sweden, and you're just assuming that, like, okay, there are people who are still alive around the world, and there are probably people who are, you know, in a large enough group that they can still maintain stuff like vehicles and boats and things. But now this guy, like, he pulls out his smartphone, and it's just like, wait, what? What? Okay, 28 years have passed. Okay. And this guy pulls out a smartphone? And then it basically, the way it plays out, it's as if like the whole rest of the world is still like moving on, and literally just like England or the UK or whatever was the only thing that was infected or affected by the infection. And it's just these people that are quarantined forever that are dealing with it. And I'm like, well, that changes my whole perception of how these movies were supposed to work. I mean, it doesn't make the stories any less interesting. It doesn't make the movies any less interesting. But it made me just be like, what? Wait, what? I thought the whole world was destroyed by this thing. It's literally just like, just here? Just these people? So, holy cow, guys. I really swear I would have found one by now. I am not apologizing. I feel like there's probably a lot more land here, but I feel like this is a long way to bridge. So I feel like I should just walk north, bridge this short bridge, and then walk around. Okay, let's do that. Okay. Anyway, they're interesting movies. Even though they're like zombie movies and stuff, they're shot like the way the movies are shot, the way they're filmed or whatever. They're interesting. It's like it's a lot of kind of like close-up shaky cam kind of action where it's very chaotic. And although it's which oftentimes in action movies I don't really like that too much because you can't really see what's happening. But for a movie like this, it kind of works because you don't need to see it's not like something like, a superhero movie where you want to see them actually fighting. You want to see them, the moves and the punches and stuff. This is more just like, it's just enough to portray the chaos and violence of the action scenes, right? And I guess that kind of close-up shaky cam kind of thing where you can't really see all the details of what's happening, I think it actually works very well in these movies, I think. So this is one of those cases where I thought that was actually added to it, because it did make those action scenes way more intense and more chaotic. And holy cow. Oh, I thought that was going to connect. Oh, no, I wanted to go up here to this connection. Boo. Boo, 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 boo. Ooh, Nelly. I almost looked at that whole nest of Endermans. All right. Sounds like they got the mine carts working in the end here. That's nice. You guys heard that background noise. It's always weird, the background noises they try, like the kind of like the spooky background noises in Minecraft. Because like there's that one where you're under the water and it sounds like a truck driving by, and I don't get that. Why does that sound? I mean, I guess the sounds are supposed to be there to be kind of unnerving, I guess, a little bit, because they're supposed to be like spooky cave sounds and stuff. But why would you hear a truck driving by while you're underwater? Unless it's supposed to be like a boat or something. I don't know. Okay, there was is this the short? This is the shortcut across, yeah. Okay. How many more? Okay, I guess I got plenty of those. All right. Okay, whole new land. Okay, so we basically want to, we've been through parts, so we want to come up here and then curve left and go check out this area over here. Okay. Holy cow, I really thought I would have found a city by now. And once you get that first Elytra, then coming back isn't such a big deal because you can fly around and find more cities a lot quicker. But this initial hunt is pretty painful. There is there's like a vanilla tweaks data pack you can add, which basically says like every time you kill the end dragon, it drops a pair of Elytra. And when we were like playing on our servers, our SMPs, we often enabled that just as an easy way for people, because especially on SMP, you're playing with a ton of people, and you can quickly clear out any nearby end city, and then it's hard for all the players to get Elytra at that point. So the dragon, if you can say every time you can summon a new dragon and kill it, then you can get a pair of Elytra. It's pretty nice, but I didn't want to put that on here because that's very much not vanilla. So, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Oh man. Okay, well, south is a shorter bridge, and maybe this might be more land here. Okay. Hold on, I need a sip of something here. Now, some of these gaps I could try throwing an ender pearl to get across, but that has gone poorly for me in the past. sometimes, a few times. So I'm not going to risk that. Because there's been a few times where I would, like, say try to ender pearl across this gap, and the pearl would hit, like, the side of the wall, and then you would teleport into the wall, and then you just fall. So I don't want that to happen. So the ender pearls are not for that for me this time, this trip. The ender pearls are for the quick getaway. Okay. Sorry, I'm really quiet on this part. This bridging is really stressful. Okay. Okay, now let's see if we can find. So we wanted to kind of go south across that bridge and then see if there's more land this way. Yeah, so this, like what we're doing now, like, to me, this doesn't add it. Like, having to do this long of an exploration, it doesn't add anything to the game. It's just an annoyance. I don't know if there's anybody who enjoys this aspect of looking for an end city manually like this. But this is something they could probably change, and I'd be very okay with that. There was another spooky sound. I don't know what that was supposed to be. Uh-oh. Are we at the end again? Oh. Oh, man. Okay, you know what? It's about my mid-episode. I need to take my mid-episode break and stretch my legs. Get some blood flow back into my feet. And I'll be right back. Let me look down so I'm not staring at an Enderman when I come back. Okay, I'll be right back. All right, I am back. And let's see if we can find ourselves an end city. Okay. So I guess I'll go back north, and then I'll have to go across this gap. That's a long gap, but you know, we gotta do what we gotta do. Got to do what we got to do. What's over there? Nothing. Okay. What an absolutely gorgeous fall evening it is. Holy cow. So I went, I was actually just going to go walk around the block real quick, but it's a little too dark for that right now. So I just went and just walked to the mailbox and checked my mail. And, oh my gosh, what a perfect fall evening. 65 degrees, crystal clear sky, the slightest of breezes. Oh my God, it's so beautiful out there. It's one of those evenings where I would love to just like go to like one of those like walk up like ice cream shops or something. Get yourself a little sundae or an ice cream cone and sit on the wall and eat it. Oh my gosh, it'd be so nice. You might be saying, no, why do you do that on the summer nights? No. Not in North Carolina, you don't. Summer nights are like 85 degrees and muggy where I live. So you don't want to be sitting out, even if you're eating ice cream, you don't want to be sitting out in that kind of heat. But holy cow, what a perfect, absolutely perfect night it is tonight. I love the fall so much. I love the autumn so much. I'll have to find. I wonder if it's going to be nice again. I'll have to see what the weather's like for tomorrow. If it's going to be the same, I might have to find something to do that'll get me out into this weather after the sun goes down. We're in that weird part of the year where it's still getting in the 80s during the day, so you need your air conditioning, but then it's getting like into the 50s at night, low 60s, mid 50s. So you need the heater. And up until recently, I've always just done that manually. Like, you know, so fall time, right? So you're sleeping and, you know, you're using the AC, but then suddenly you'll have that one night where you wake up like super cold and you're like, holy cow, it's like 60 some degrees in my house. Holy cow. And and you realize it's like 50 degrees outside, and then you have like that couple of weeks where you're having to do that, like around lunchtime you have to turn the AC on, and then and then before you go to bed you have to turn the heat on. So this house that I'm in now, about a year and a half ago, I don't know if the original heating and air conditioning system was original to the house, or because this house is like 20 some years old and has had several owners. But anyway, it went bad. I had to replace it, and I replaced it, and of course a new thermostat and everything. And it's not even like a super fancy one, it's just a regular thermostat. But one of the features it has, which I guess is pretty common, so half of you are probably gonna be like, yeah, mine does that too, but it's new to me. But you basically set a range, so you can say, like, at most, I don't want the house to get any hotter than, whatever, 72 or whatever, and I don't want it to get any colder than, 67 or whatever you want. So then if it gets hotter than the range, it'll kick on the air conditioning, and if it gets cooler than the range, it'll kick on the heat. So literally the past 2 nights, I think, were the first 2 nights this season that my heat actually kicked on at night. So yeah, it's nice. We're getting these cool evenings now. So yeah, I need to find an excuse to get out in this weather. This is like, for me, this is perfect weather. I love this, and it doesn't last terribly long, or you'll get weird rainy spots where you can't go out and enjoy it. Holy cow. Okay, let me go, like, not across there. Let's go this way. So yeah. It's also that weather, that nice crisp fall evenings. It makes you want to kind of go to pick out pumpkins, or find someone who's doing like corn maze or hayride or something. You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of one of those things. Like, my gosh, it's been years since I've done either of those two things, a corn maze or a hayride. But sure would be perfect evening right now to go do something like that. What was that noise? Okay, it wasn't one of those guys. Do I see something in the distance, or was... Yes, guys, look. Gotta make sure I don't look at an Enderman. Boom, we just found one. Okay. God dang, I'm so glad we did. Was that another one, or is that just stalks? No, that's just stalks. Okay, can we get over there? Okay, good. All right, and I swear I did not go look up chunk base during my break. I don't do that for this world. So I don't even know what the seed is. I mean, I can find out, but I don't. So no, this is random. I did not go look at a chunk base and say, oh, I need to go this way and this way to get to the base, to get to the city. Please be a boat. Is this just seriously one building? Oh, come on. No, is it really? It really is. It's just this one little tower. Well, let's break the monotony and at least have a little bit of adventure and go in and try to get us some shulker shells. So shulker shells. Holy cow. All right. Yeah, let's do it. Let's get some. We are almost out of endstone as well. So, all right, let's do it. Open up. Open up. Oh, he teleported. Darn you. Did the other one teleport? I kill him. No shell. That's the thing about, you got to hit them when you can do the most damage, or else they teleport around. Oh, gosh. Okay. Oh, here's one of the ones that teleported. Oh, there you go. Okay, so Is there like a sweet spot, like when they're opening they don't take damage, but when they're fully opened or fully closed they do, or something? Or as long as I've been playing this game, I don't actually know the details of how to fight. Oh Jesus, one of these. It is one of these. These are way too easy to fall down. Okay. Okay, there we go. All right, let's see if we can at least get like one shulker box out of this, and then we'll go try to find a city with a boat. Okay, there's that guy at the top. Oh, there you go. See, he's not taking damage, but I think if I shot him with a bow, he would. Hey, I got my first shell. I have one. And this is probably the last shulker in this building. This is probably the whole thing. Unless there's some on the outside. Oh, bummer. Let's take some of these. That was pretty exciting, guys, wasn't it? That was pretty exciting. Man, this is all of it. Let me, I can take this. I got feather falling. There we go. Oh, I heard another one. So he's got to be on the side of one of these parts here. We'll find where that guy is, see if he'll drop a shell. If we can get at least one shulker box out of this tower. Where is he? Okay, I heard him. Oh, there he is. Show me his little spiral bottom. Did he drop a shell? No. All right, there you go. This end city is done already. We got one shell. We fought 4 guys. All right. Okay. There we go. I thought I'd drop one of those. All right, we'll put the end rods in there. We'll put that in there. Oh, that's it. Okay. All right, let's look at our map. So let's go this way. Yeah, we'll go that way. Kind of north. Okay. Well, hopefully we'll find the next one very soon. I feel like we have already seen a lot, and this is the first one we found. I feel like we're gonna have to stumble upon one just statistically soon. Okay, let's see. I am gonna have to get. Oh, there we go. There we go. Nice. Is there a boat? Oh no. Please tell me there's a boat. Let's get a little bit closer. There's no boat. Which means no Elytra. Which means a whole lot of potential death from shulkers with no Elytra. Well, let's do it. Let me get some more endstone. I'm kind of running out of bridging blocks here. while we're gathering this, so one thing, something really cool was in my mailbox just now when I went to get it. So I've talked before that I used to play Dungeons and Dragons a lot, like ever since I was a kid, like ever since first edition Dungeons and Dragons from the late 70s. And so back in the day, back when I was still a kid and a teenager, I had gotten, I had a whole set of red transparent dice, so obviously what you would now consider vintage 1980s dice that were sold by, well, there was two main companies that did those. They were Armory and Game Science, but probably Armory, I'm guessing, is what I owned. But a whole set of red ones that were really nice. They're like the transparent kind of thing. And let's see, boom, there we go. But of course, over time and getting in or out of the game, right? So those dice ended up, I don't know, I probably gave them away to someone or something, right? At one point when I thought I wouldn't play anymore. And then when I picked up the game again in my 30s and with a whole group of friends and stuff, I had bought another set of dice. Pretty nice ones. And again, when we stopped playing, I think I must have given away to someone. I couldn't find them anywhere. And I talked to some of my friends, and they were all like, no, you didn't give any to us. Oh, and why am I collecting more of this stuff? I just collected enough. And so, I mean, I have dice. I have, the more affordable dice. But, you get most dice now, they got like the roundy edges and stuff, and they're less, they're more apt to be not consistently, like, because the way they make the dice, they are basically essentially like, think of it as like putting a big rock tumbler to smooth all the edges and stuff. And it's not necessarily as like a safety thing, like sharp edges are bad and smooth edges aren't. I mean, I'm sure that's part of it, but the main thing is it's like you don't have like the whatever you call like the little spot where like the mold plastic went in, so you get like that little bump or whatever. All the old dice had those on them, and then the way they would get rid of those is they basically smooth them in these essentially rock tumblers, and then it smooths them all out, and you get rid of that, and they look nicer. But one thing is that they can wear unevenly in that tumbler, so you can have some sides that are slightly smaller than other sides, and therefore things will start rolling less consistently. Let me just get rid of some of these things that aren't really stacking. There we go. Anyway, I'm not that much of a stickler for, when you're playing D&D that your dice are, your dice aren't precise. I'm not that much of a stickler for it, but I had those dice. Anyway, the ones I have now are just normal dice that I bought that are more modern dice. And but I've been wanting to get a set of the old ones from the 80s. So I've been poking around on eBay and getting some of these vintage 1980s sharp edge, transparent colors, red and blue and stuff. And a die that I ordered on eBay just came tonight, and it is a vintage 1980s Armory root beer D20. I love this thing. It looks like it's like transparent, like a transparent brown, so it looks exactly like a root beer hard candy. I love it. That was waiting for me in the mailbox when I went outside. I'm very happy. I'm very excited about that. I spent way too much on this one single die, but I'm very excited about it. Where are the... This is weird. It's like the entrance guys couldn't spawn or something. This is a weird entrance into this thing. Yeah, like they would normally be here. They didn't spawn. Okay. I don't know if I want to do this entire tower because I feel like I'm just going to get killed. I mean... Gosh. Oh my gosh, guys. Oh, I don't know about this. Is there anything else nearby? Oh, like the first room is one of these towery things. Can I like well, I guess there's a there's a oh, hey buddy. How are you shooting if you're closed? Oh, there you go. Did you get me a shell? No. Oh, look, there's one right out here. Hey! Oh, he teleported because I took the block he was standing on. Oh. Okay, where's this one coming from? Okay, let's get some actual blocks in my inventory. Oh, you're right there. Did he drop a shell? I saw a shell. I need to go down and get it. Okay. No. Nope. Nope. Oh, I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't like this. No. Nope. Nope. Oh, no. Oh, I really don't like this. Oh gosh, oh gosh, oh gosh. Let me get underneath. No, stop hitting me sideways, please. I'm going to try to get that shell, and then I'm going to get out of here. Like, this isn't worth it if I can't get Elytras. Okay. Okay, there's that shell. Where's the way down from here? Okay, I probably came down this one. I came up this one. Okay, there's the other shell. Okay. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Hey! Now I have 3 shells. I can at least make 1 shulker shell. One shulker box. Okay, which way do we want to go? Let's find a different city. I feel like this looks like more land down this way than there would be up this way. Well, this is kind of rendering weird. Let's go north. Let's go north. We'll go that way. I'm leaving this tower. I don't want to risk the shulkers if there's no payoff of Elytra. Yeah, no. Okay. All right. Oh, I meant to turn this. Oh, no, I did start it. Okay, good. Okay. Of course, none of this is going to be a very interesting screenshot. Here's a thumbnail of me just walking across the empty end islands. Oh, is that another one? See, I was like, statistically, we should start finding them. Is it seriously just a single tower again? Oh my gosh, guys, this is the worst end ever. Probably not the worst ever, but this is pretty terrible. Yeah, that's just a single tower. At least it looks like that lower room might be one of those ones that has maybe possibly some treasure in it. So let's at least maybe pop into the lower level. See if we can find anything interesting. Make sure that's not a... yeah, okay, good. Okay. Okay, the shulkers are open. Okay, a couple more shells. Just need to stop floating, please. There we go. Okay, a couple more shells. We're up to 5 shells. Let's just see if there's like treasure in this little bottom room here. Nope. And I don't want to deal with that. Okay. All right, so let's go. Keep going north. Yeah, keep going north. I know people say like once you find one, they tend to whatever spawn on like north-south axes or east-west axes or whatever. I don't know how much of a thing that really is still. That maybe that was a thing back in the day, but I'm not really sure. Like I've never really noticed a pattern. I mean, granted, the 3 we found, it's kind of like a little bit of a north-south, but that's only 3. Can't really. Anyway, we'll keep going north. If that's a thing, then maybe we'll find some more if we're able to go kind of like keep going this on this north-south axis. Oh, I need something to drink. Okay. So one thing I like about this, so this D20 that I just got, so back then, the dice, or at least these dice, these sharp edge dice, they weren't, like the numbers aren't painted. They're molded in, they're depressions, they're kind of sharp edge depressions, but they're not, there's no paint in them. Okay, let's go to the right over this little land bridge here. So just fond memories from my childhood. The way you would color these in is with well, I usually use white because that contrasted the best with most dice that I would get. But use a white crayon. And you rub them with a crayon, you rub them hard and all the different directions, and the crayon wax essentially gets built up in the depression of the number, and it kind of fills it up with nice clean lines, and then you just use a paper towel and kind of like wipe it off of the top so it only leaves what's in the depression, so then the numbers are nice and clear. It's a nice way to, quote, paint the numbers. Makes them show up real nice. So I'm going to have fun. So I actually have a pack of, I was actually able to find on Amazon an actual pack of just 12 white crayons. I also bought a normal pack of crayons in case I got anything that I wanted to color not white, so like a normal pack of crayons. But I also bought this little pack of white crayons, and so I'm going to enjoy coloring in all 20 sides of this root beer die this weekend. That'll be nice. Something fun to do while I'm sitting watching a video or something on YouTube. Okay, are we seeing anything up here? There's definitely more land up here. Let's go. Let's keep following this up here northeast and see if that opens up anything. There's a portal over there. I'm so bummed that I forgot to bring rockets. So again, I'm going to have to like keep marking these portals as I find them so that when we do get our Elytra, we can find the quickest way home. So this here is a portal. Okay. I don't like that chunk of land. Is there anything over here? Nope. Okay, let's bridge over to this one, and then we'll come up this way, and then bridge over to that one and see what's over there. How are we doing on our north-south with these other cities? There's one here, one here, one here. See, there was nothing. We haven't hit another one yet. Yeah, I don't think that's really a thing. I think people just think it is because it used to be at one point, and, you know, people just repeat what they hear on the internet. I'm not really sure if that's still a thing or not. I could be completely wrong. This is the closest bridge spot here. Okay. Oh, do not look at that Enderman down there. I've been doing really good at not triggering the Enderman. I'm pretty proud of myself. See, normally I'd be doing all of this with a jack-o'-lantern on my head and then just taking it off when I get into the towers. Okay, there we go. All right, now I said there was another, we're going to bridge over to the next piece of land, right? Where was that? That was, okay, we have to go all the way up around this thing. So you've already heard my opinion on this aspect of the game, this searching the end for these cities. What do you guys think about that? Do you like it? Do you enjoy this? I mean, it is kind of just like relaxing. Like if I wasn't recording and I was out here doing this, I'd have like some music playing or like a long play video playing on my other monitor, you know, and it would just kind of be, well, as relaxing as exploring the void can be, you know. But yeah, like do you enjoy it? Do you actually find this to be kind of relaxing and kind of a slow-paced part of the game that's enjoyable? Or do you guys, you know, yeah, what do you think? What do you think? I'm curious to see what everyone feels about that, because, you know, every aspect of everything, right? There's going to be some people who hate it and some people who love it and some people who are in between. So everyone's different, and it's really cool to see how something that, you know, that, like, I don't enjoy this part of it. I don't hate it necessarily because, again, like, as long as I'm not like getting killed constantly, it's not the most monotonous thing you could do in this game. But but it's still not something I find very enjoyable. But, you know, again, everyone's different, and there might be some people out there who absolutely love this part. So yeah, let me know. It'd be cool to hear what your thoughts are on this again. And all I'm talking about is exploring the end void to try to find your first Elytra, like what we're doing here, where we're just looking desperately for anything. Okay, it looks like we'll have to go down here, and then we got a lot of open land here, so hopefully we'll find something down that way, this way. I do feel like they need to do something to spice up the end dimension a little bit, though. I mean, the last time they changed it and added like the chorus plants and everything, it's been a long time since that stuff was added. Like a very long time. So if any of you guys are watching my second channel, you'll probably see that I didn't record any this week. I didn't get a chance to record any this weekend, and then just work's been busy this week. It's been kind of hectic. Not really hectic, but, you know, just things that are keeping me there a little bit later than normal. So, and I've been kind of spending my evenings this week just doing some, well, spring cleaning in the fall. But, you know, just straightening things up and stuff. So I just didn't get a chance to record the other games this week. But I'm gonna try to get some of that recorded this weekend so that I can have those ready to go. So I don't. Oh, hold on, that's my phone ringing. Oh, sorry about that. I got a phone call I had to take. Okay, where were we? We are head west. Well, northwest and then west. And then maybe even more north. Okay, so this way. Okay, I was building this bridge when the phone rang. Okay, there we go. If I was in the middle of talking about anything, I completely forgot what it was. So my apologies if I was in the middle of a topic. That phone call erased all memory of what I may have been talking about before it. Let's see. Let's go. Well, I guess we're gonna go north a bit here, and then let's just see what opens up over here. Holy cow! I really want to find a boat. Whatever the next city we find better have a boat. I mean, I say that as if like it better have a boat, or else, well, or else I'll have to keep looking for one. Let's just be honest. Like once you're all the way out here, like you're not gonna go back home without getting. What is that? Oh, that's just a. Is that a city or an? No, that's just a floating island out there. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Okay. Let me toss one of those and get away from this guy. Okay. I don't know where. I need to get a bucket in my inventory. No! I'm hitting the no. Okay. Oh, it's kept hitting my inventory. Open my inventory. Okay. Oh, okay. Oh my gosh. Whew, guys. I don't know what Enderman I looked at. A couple of them, apparently. Holy cow. Maybe I should keep that bucket in my hotbar. He had me down to like half health. Oh, cool. See... do you see how I was fumbling? I was trying to hit my R to run because I remapped and I kept hitting the E to open my inventory. That's what happens when I panic, is I start hitting the wrong buttons. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Holy cow, that could have been really tragic. Okay, so I tell you what. When we're on the open, the bucket's probably more important than these things. You know what? I don't need the axe for like anything. So why don't I put, yeah, there we go. So if I run into Enderman now, I can get to that bucket a lot easier. Okay, where were we going? Let's just go north since we're heading that way anyway. I guess the Enderman kind of corralled us in a direction. Let's see if he corralled us in the correct direction. Or maybe we were about to discover something down south and he didn't want us to find it. Oh gosh, I almost looked at that guy. I do not even know what Endermans I looked at. I don't remember my gaze looking at one, but apparently I angered two of them. Excuse me. Let me take a drink. Holy cow. Okay. Hydrate, everyone. Hydrate. Oh, there's one coming up on the northwest. This way. Let's hope this one has a boat. My apologies. I do not have a physical mute on my microphone. I wish I did. I have an in-game mute in multiplayer. So, like, for example, if Zinc is recording, I can mute my voice chat and, like, cough or whatever. But I don't have a physical mute on my microphone, so I cannot mute. Oh, don't tell me there's no boat in this one. Please, 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 please. Hold on, where's the... Is that... There's no boat. Is that a boat or is that a What the heck? That is a boat. Look how far away. Is that normally how far? They're not. They're usually closer than that, aren't they? Or is my perspective just weird? Because I'd never really looked at them up above from a map. That looks like that's really... That boat might be lined up with... Oh, there's another city. That's what's going on. There's a second one right there. All right. Cool, cool, cool. All right, we're going to get us some wings. And then get the heck out of Dodge. I have enough for 2 shulker boxes. That's good enough for now. And I'll get my wings, and then we can come back later with rockets and everything, and get more shulker shells and backup wings and stuff. We'll do that some other time. Now I wonder. So the nearest portal is way down here. I wonder, like, they don't really show up as anything special on the map, so I probably can't find the nearest one on the map very easily. But it would be nice if we found a closer portal, because, oh boy, I have to walk all the way back to that one to get home. Because I forgot to bring rockets. Okay, we just want to get the wings. We just want the wings. So I don't feel like getting killed by shulkers. I have enough for 2 shulker boxes, so that'll get me satisfy the urge for now. Okay. So we're just going to pillar up and do this thing. All right. No one around to like mess with me. Okay, water's in my hot bar. This stuff is in my hot bar. Let me get this. Okay, there we go. Okay. Oh, I got an itch. Sorry about that. Had an itch on my eyebrow, of all places. Blop, I hear you. Blop. Okay, stop jumping. Okay, shift so you don't fall off. Let's break some holes and get up in this boat and get secure so we can fight this guy. Where are you? You're on this side. Nice. Hey, that's another shell. We got an even 6 now. We can make 3 shulkers. There it is. The prize we've all been waiting for. Excellent. Anything good in here? I mean, that's not bad. That's not good. I've got an iron farm. Ugh. Well, 1 pair of leggings. Okay, good enough. I can take these. Okay. I don't know why I'm suddenly coughing a lot. Okay, so now, yeah, I can't figure out how to tell a portal from a thingy, so I think we're just going to have to, I mean, we can't really glide without the rockets. We can, like, glide off this boat and maybe get over here a little quicker, but then we're just hoofing it all the way over to this portal. Oh my gosh. Ermagerd. Okay. Well, let's at least glide out of this boat. Should we get a dragon head? Let's get a dragon head. Let's get ourselves a dragon head. We might have to kill a guy. Let me put my shield back on. Oh, I shouldn't have. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna get a thingy. Oh, I didn't go down far enough. Okay. Okay. All right. Let's just forget him. Get the dragon head. Nope. Come on. Seriously. Seriously. Nope. Seriously. Did my ender pearl hit the little ball? I think my ender I think my ender pearl hit the guy's little Powerball thing. Hey, dragon head. All right, let's get out of here. We're flying. Okay, how far can we get? How far can we get with this glide? I don't remember where exactly we're going. Hopefully it's this way. This is a pretty good glide. This got us a pretty decent distance here. Very nice. Let's see where that got us. Okay, we need to not... Okay, we need to go south. South to here, and then I have a bridge over there. Okay. All right. Let's get to this little portal thing and get home. Oh, I gotta keep going. Keep on going. All right, you know what? While I'm not using it, let me put this back on. There we go. Oh, hey, this was the site of the of the Enderman. Okay, am I still going? Yep, keep going this way. Yeah, so now next time I come back here looking for shulker shells and stuff, we'll at least have Elytra to get around. We'll be able to get to things a lot easier. We can explore a lot further, a lot faster. Get ourselves a backup Elytra, 1 or 2 backups. And then, yep, get more shulker shells. Okay, was this the land bridge I need to go across? Yep, I need to come here and then curve back up to there. Okay. Okay, that's pretty much this direction here. Okay. Is that land bridge over here? Yep, there it is. I know there's also the idea that you can like put everything you own in an ender chest and then just jump into the void to get back home. I really didn't feel like getting rid of this ender chest. It's my first one. Okay, so how do I get around to this portal? Okay, so I got to go here to that, and then we're almost there. Okay, won't be but a couple more minutes, and then we'll be home. Awesome. Okay. Yeah, so I was talking about playing the games on my other channel. So I have an interesting conundrum because I am enjoying all 3 of the games that I'm playing. Foundation, Lens Island, and the Tales of the Shire. But there are games that I have on my, whatever it's called in Steam, watch list or whatever. Wait list, watch list, whatever that's called. Where whenever they come out, I would like to play those as well for my channel. But like, I don't know that I can play that many games simultaneously on a channel and not have people just get annoyed at like constant posts, or that I would even have the time to do it. Let me just glide this little. Oops. Let me actually put the wings on this time. There we go. So that's kind of like, I'm wondering, like, okay, do I stop playing one of those games when a new one comes out and just keep it to 3 games at a time? I don't know. I'm not sure how to handle that, because I'm sure that the people who are watching, there's probably people who are only watching for certain games. You know what I mean? Like there might be someone who's only watching for Tales of the Shire and they don't care about the other games or whatever. So it kind of stink to not have something for those folks, but you can only play so many. Because like the last thing I need is to have like one video coming out every day. Okay, let me go through here. Let me just make sure I got something in my inventory just in case. Okay. Oh, I'm here. Oh, you come out here? You don't come out at the... Oh, I guess, yeah, that's not the portal that it came through. Okay. Wasn't expecting that. But you know what I'll do since I'm here? Do a little of this. Let's see. Yep, my pinky is firmly planted on the shift key. Let's put some safety rails on this thing. Good enough. And on this thing. Oops. Yeah, but as far as that second channel, yeah, I'll just have to cross that bridge when I come to it, and maybe it'll be something where I'll just see whatever game is the least popular, I'll stop playing. I don't know. I'm not sure how to handle that. Because no matter which one you stop playing, someone's not going to be happy, you know? But okay, let's see. Let's get back to our portal. All right, home free. There we go. And credits. Okay. I was going to say, it didn't just break, did it? There we go. Okay, we are back. Let's take this bed with us. Just in case it's dark upstairs. It is dark upstairs. Let me sleep. All right, let's get out of here and go back home. Yeah, I will have to come down and put the portal in the room, but we'll do that. Maybe whenever we come back to find more shulkers and get backup wings and stuff, maybe I'll reposition the portals at that point in time. All right, here we go. All right, and well, you can do at least this little thing. It's easier without the shield. You can do like this little like hop glide thing. Sometimes you need the timing just right. Sometimes you can get some really good leaps with this. So basically every time I hit the ground I'm hitting jump. And you kind of have to time it just right. All right. We're going home. Yes. I've missed you, half-built library. Or less than half-built. All right. Now we got... Well, for now we'll just dump it in the everything chest. We got some end stone things here. And let's just go with a little bit of a dump chest thing here. Well, we got our dragon head. That'll go in our little museum of rarities. Okay. Oh, we didn't get the egg. Well, we'll get it at some point. All right, I'm just dumping stuff. Don't need those. All right, let's get these wings all enchanted up. It'd be silly to have them and not enchant them. So do we have? Let's see, mending. We do have a mending already. Okay, no, just unbreaking. Okay, we'll have to buy an unbreaking book, so that's not too bad. I think we still have some books over there. I don't remember how much unbreaking cost, but we'll see if 18 is enough. What am I looking for? Books. I need a book. I thought I had books over here. You know what? There's one. Unbreaking. 11. Nice. Perfect. Unbreaking and mending. Okay, we got 68 levels. We got all kinds of levels here. So let's go ahead and store those emeralds. Let's see. Oh, that's right. There's those and those. Okay. Let's put our second bucket in here. Let's get 3 of these chests. Let's make ourselves some shulkers. Oh, May. Cool. That's awesome. All right. And for now, we'll just stick these in here. Okay. Do we have an anvil? No. We don't? Seriously? Surprised we don't have an anvil here. We can make one. We got tons of iron. 1, 2, 3 of those and 4 of these. There we go. Anvil. There we go. That costs 3. I think if you go this direction, it costs 2. Perfect. All right, here we go. Nice, nice and cheap. Oda's Elytra. Yeah, really creative with the names. All right, let's put those on and let's go ahead and make ourselves some rockets. We're going to need to go over to our farm. That's what we're going to need. We're going to need some of this stuff here. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. There you go. We'll just make 3 batches of it. All right, let's head on over to our farm and get a few stacks of gunpowder and make ourselves some rockets. Okay. I don't have gold boots on. I'll have to be careful if there's any piggy boys down there. You know, having the wings makes it... You know what? I can do this. Oh, yeah. I love it. I love it. I love it. It totally changes the game once you get the wings. It's like you finally leveled up. That should give us a lot. Like a lot. No. Stop. That's a lot of rockets. Oops. So we're going to stick all of those in here. Oh, that's right. I got to do that kind of click and then keep one out. Very nice. Let's get all this arranged the way I like it. This is so cool. This is so cool. There we go. Let me see if I can heal that axe with the next batch. Not quite. It's all good. Okay. Wow, let's go take our wings for a test flight. Where do we want to go? Where would be an interesting place to test out our new wings? Definitely nothing in here. Definitely nothing in here. Where should we test out these? You know... Okay. Now, I don't think ever. I try not to. No. I don't think I have found an ancient city, a deep, dark ancient city in this world. Have I? You guys might remember better than me, because I don't think I've found one in this world yet. And I'm not going to go in there right now. We only got about 30 minutes left of this episode. I don't want to get tangled up with a warden right now. But, I feel like these guys continue to spawn after I've left these chunks. It's really weird. It's not what I would expect. Anyway, let me pull this out and then finish my thought. Okay, there we go. Okay. Anyway, I'm just curious though to find one, because I might want to do that soon and go ahead and like finish off the whole upgrading and get my swift sneak. So I remember on the map up here, it looked like these looked like the kind of the tall snow cap. Like if you look at the Y level on these, 191, 189, these are some really tall mountains, kind of like you would find ancient cities under. So since we have our wings, let's just fly, because now we're here at this. Let's fly over there real quick and just see if those mountains would have an ancient city underneath them. That'll be our newly winged exploration. Okay, ready for this? Wee-hoo! We're flying above the clouds. Oh, this is awesome. I love it. I almost just started singing. Let's see. What was I about to sing? Okay, let's go up again some more. Woo! All right, I'm starting to see some tall mountains. Are we okay? We're not at the snowy ones yet. We got to keep going. Oh gosh, look at that little blob of whatever floating way up here. Okay, this was a candidate. This is a weird looking mountain though. That doesn't really look like the kind that would have an ancient city. Let's go over to this other one. Or was that the one? That was the one. This is the one I was thinking. This is the one that was really, really tall. But now that I'm seeing it in person, it doesn't feel like the kind. Well, let's see. Does it have a big cave in? There's a big cave opening. Okay. Let's sleep real quick. Oh, there we go. And now. There we go. Alright, so usually you get these big massive caves that kind of go all the way down to the deep slate. Let's see if this is one of those. Nope, that's going down to just some water. Bummer, this might not be an ancient city type of a mountain then. Yeah, now that I see it in person, it doesn't seem like that kind of mountain, does it? Hello, burning zombie. Where'd you come from? Okay. Is this just a normal cave? This looks like normal cave. Oh, I don't have torches. I ran out of torches earlier. Okay, zombie. I'll leave you alone. I just killed your brother. No need to kill you too. Pew pew. There goes your brother. Yeah, I mean it might still have one under here, but wow, it's dark enough here to spawn stuff during the middle of the day, huh? All right, guys. Fine, I'll leave you alone. I don't think this is an ancient city mountain anyway. Oh, you just keep coming, don't you? Good thing you're not as fast as those 28 days later zombies. I don't know. Those baby zombies are pretty fast, though. Is there another, like... There's a pretty tall one over here. But again, it's kind of the way it's shaped. It doesn't really look... That's the one that we've been to, right? Yeah, that's the one we've been to. You got to find those, like, super tall mountains. Okay, let's fly north a little bit and see if that one is a mountain that looks like it might have an ancient city in it. Okay. Oh, hey, look, there's a tower. Let's pop in and see if we can steal a goat horn out of this. See, wings make everything so much... Have I been to this one? I've been to this one. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I've explored this area. It makes sense that I've been in this one. Oh, well, there you go. Oh. Oh, come on. That was a big old fail. Luckily, I didn't get tangled up with those guys too much there. Wow, this is it. Okay. Oh, well, maybe. Oh, maybe. Let's see what's down in this cavern here. Oof. There we go. Oh, it looks like it's going deeper. Hey, look at... Now that we went and spent on dripstones, look at what we just found. Some dripstone. Not much of it. Like, wow, really not much of it. It's just a regular cave that ends right there. Oh, let's see. What's going on up? Ah. Okay, let's see. Can we get on top of this and just kind of look over? It's very, very dark in here because I don't have torches. Because I ran out of torches in the end and never built new ones. Okay. There we go. And yep, not a very interesting cave. I'm just going to go ahead and grab a little bit more of this dripstone since I can get it a lot quicker than growing it. I don't really need much of it at all. I really don't. Maybe I'll use it for building at some point, but I really don't need much. That's more than I need. If I want to make a simple lava, like lava farm or whatever, I don't really need them. Okay, why am I so stuck in this silly little hole? Okay. I cannot figure out how to get out of this thing. Oof, what a craggy little chunky thing. All right. Okie dokie. Any other big, huge mountains over here? Was this a big, huge mountain? No, those are not very big, huge, or anything. Well, bummer. These don't look like ancient city mountains. Maybe we'll just have to do some exploration next time. Or when we decide to get the Swift Sneak. Yeah, maybe we could like pop through our portal over here and then explore out with our wings. Alright, fair enough. Fair enough. Let's see. Oh, let me just poke my head down here into this. Does this go into like a deep cave or is this just a little lake? Yeah, it doesn't go very far. Okay. Alright. Yeah, those aren't tall mountains either. Well, bummer. I was hoping one of those would be, and you never know, there could still be an ancient... Oh, look at this. There's like this village on top of this little hill. That's pretty cool. What are you guys up to over here? I was gonna say, there could still be ancient cities under those things. It's just, it just seemed less likely. It didn't seem like the kind where you always find them. There's a lot of zombies here. You guys are too close to these little dark caves over here. Which means there's probably not going to be a whole lot of villagers sticking around this area for too long. Oh, what's this nice big cave here? Water. Okay, let's see. This is an interesting little spot here. Hello, Mayor Nitwit. Okay, let's see. Oh, hello, little furry pigs. Do I need saddles? Probably not. Apples never hurt. I'll grab these two just in case I need them. I mean, you can craft them now, so they're not quite as rare as they used to be. I mean, you end up with a ton of saddles regardless, but you can actually craft them now if you need them. So I am excited to see what I can do with these iron golems once they show up. If I can do anything with my storage room to help make that any easier. So hopefully these mods will update soon enough and I'll be able to get that going soon. Check these buildings out here. Oh, hey, bookshelves. I'll take those. They're not using them. Oh, there's their bell. You know, we have like one bell, I think. I'm taking this bell. Sorry, fellas. Taking your bell. Anything in these houses besides little children? Okay, nothing worth taking. Cool. All right, let's keep flying. Let's kind of fly towards home. See if there's some kind of tall mountain that we missed on the look, because the map, it's kind of hard to tell what's tall. The way the map is very two-dimensional. Right? So when you look at this, it's a little hard to tell. I just really feel like there might be an ancient city under this with as tall as it gets. Let's just give this another look. Hold on. Wow, had a little tickle there. That's one thing with this, with the weather cooling down. I always get the kind of the cough. And it's not from getting sick. It's from at night, right? So like when it starts getting really cool and you're sleeping and you're not used to it and you start just, as you're sleeping, you're breathing that cooler air in constantly. It then like kind of starts making my throat raw and stuff. So usually during this transition time, yeah, I'm not seeing any big cave into there. I think we're going to give up on that. So when you start getting into these like, that's just a normal cave. What am I thinking? That's just a normal cave. I'll have to sleep in a moment here. So. Well, let's see. This is kind of tall, but again, they're not really mountains. They're more like just these like chunky bits sticking up. But yeah, when the weather changes like this, it works a number on my throat at night when I'm sleeping. So, oh, an armadillo. Well, hello, little guy. Those guys are cute. That's another one of those things where I don't really do much with them, but I'm glad they added them because they're kind of cute. Cute little things. Yeah, see, this isn't like a tall mountain because usually those things are underneath like those really tall mountains that get close to the skyline of the cloud level or whatever. Let's just take a peek. Again, this is less of a mountain and more of a, oh hey, this is a swamp. Yeah, this really isn't a mountain that would have an ancient city under it. Well, bummers. Bummers, bummers, bummers. All the bummers. Leap tall buildings in a single bound. Oh my gosh, my brain is shutting down. Leap tall buildings in a single, not even one rocket. There we go, close enough. Ooh, let's see what's this. Oh, speaking of which, I saw the new Superman movie not too long ago. Speaking of leaping tall buildings in a single bound. None of that's worth taking, of course. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. I liked the guy playing Superman. He was fun. I liked the story. I liked all the characters. The dog was pretty funny. Yeah, it was fun. It was nice to watch a Superman movie that wasn't so darn serious. You know, it just reminded me a little bit more of the, Christopher Reeves type Superman movies where, there's stuff going on, but like it wasn't so dark and serious. Not like the more recent Superman movies were as dark as like the Dark Knight Batman series or anything, but still, these were a lot more lighthearted and I don't think anything from that village. Yeah, I just enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot. And the new Fantastic Four movie. You know what? I should probably just cut east and go through our portal. Yeah, Fantastic Four was the same way. I really enjoyed it. I liked all of the the actors who played the Fantastic Four. The woman that played the Invisible Woman, or Sue Storm, that's her name, right? Sue Storm. She was really good. Like, I've recently seen her in like 2 other movies, like 2 very recent movies. She's really good. She's an incredible actor. Yeah. Like I said, I've just happened to have seen her in like 2 other movies recently, and she's just so good. So good. So talented. So it was cool to see her in that movie in a little bit more of a even though the movie wasn't like dark, it still had a lot of serious themes to it. You know, especially with Sue Storm and her character. It's done so well. I thought they did a really good job on it. I really liked their portrayal of Galactus. He actually looked like Galactus. Oh, that's right. This isn't our portal anymore. He actually looked like Galactus from the comic books, you know, the big guy with the purple helmet. And they actually pulled it off really well. Like, he actually looked good. He didn't look goofy, because even when they did the first one where Galactus was like a storm cloud or whatever, I was like, you know, a big guy in a purple helmet would look pretty silly. Well, they actually did it, or he didn't look silly at all. He looked great. I like the way they did the Silver Surfer. She was pretty awesome. Like the effects and stuff, and the way she like moved and stuff, and they did a really good job with that. I thought that looked incredible. That was really cool. And the thing, like, you know, because they, you know, the other Fantastic Four movies, you know, which I don't hate them as much as people tend to hate them. I actually rewatched them relatively recently, and they're not near as bad as I think people probably give them credit for being. But the Thing, the effects they did for the Thing in this one, so good. I thought it looked so good in this movie. So I was really happy with how his portrayal in it too. Okay, yeah, I didn't have too many saddles, so that's good. I got that. Oh, apparently I have plenty of bells. I can probably stop stealing bells. I didn't think I had many of those. Okay, you know what? The rest of this is going in the dump chest for now. Dump, 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 dump. Oh, I got lots of apples too. Probably don't need to be taking those. But yeah, if you like comic books, movies, and stuff, I thought the new Superman and the new Fantastic Four were a lot of fun to watch. And they weren't campy or silly. They were just a little bit more light from some of the more dramatic superhero movies we've been having, which was pretty cool in my book. One thing I really liked with Fantastic Four, by the way, if you don't like comic book movies and you don't care about Fantastic Four, I apologize. But one thing I really liked how they did it was that the Human Torch, Johnny Storm and Ben, the Thing, they were buddies. They were buddies, and I liked that so much better than like the other movies' portrayal, where they're kind of like, sure, they're like, quote, family kind of, but like they're always at each other's throats and like picking on each other and making fun of each other, and almost like not always in a joking manner in the older movies that they did. But in this one, they truly were like best buds. Like, they weren't like just, you know, they weren't like at each other's throats. When they did pick on each other, it was very lighthearted and fun, and they were both in on it, you know? So I really enjoyed their relationship in this new Fantastic Four movie. It's that was really, really nice. That really struck me as so much better than the other Fantastic Four movies. Like, just watching those two just really enjoy each other's company and really, you know, play off each other in a non like superficial way. It was really nice. I really liked that. That was super cool. Again, different from how they were portrayed in the other movies. So I was very happy about that. That was really cool. That was probably the guy we freed earlier, right? Yeah, there's his llama still there. Let's see. Let's get some of these emeralds so we have them later when we need them. That's a lot of potatoes. You gonna refresh? Probably not right away, are you? No. Oh, you got someone trapped you in a house. Go. Oh, our cakes. Our cakes are still over here. That's funny. He must have gotten in there when a villager opened up the door and he never got out. Have you refreshed your trades? No. Okay. It's not that time of day. You know, since I do have to come over this far to trade with him now because he's not hanging out in my house anymore, I probably should put a lot of those here. There we go. Oh, that's right. I was going to do carrots. So yeah, if you like comic book stuff, even if I know a lot of people are getting burnt out on it because they've been a lot of them in the past 20 years, but both of those were really good. They were really fun. If you want to see a kind of like a superhero movie that's actually like more like a horror movie, it's called Brightburn. It came out probably 7-8 years ago now. I mean, it was pre-COVID, and it's essentially the Superman origin story where, you know, the ship came down and the couple found the baby and raised the baby as theirs. Except it's basically like if it's the Superman origin story, but the kid is like evil. And like the kid's purpose for being here is to destroy humanity and take over the world. And it is very much a horror genre movie. So, and there is some pretty seriously graphic violence in it. But if you're okay with that, that was a good one to watch. All right, I'll put these away down here. And it was called Brightburn. Let's see. All right, I think we're about at time, and there's really no time to start anything new. So I think we're going to go ahead and call it a day. So thanks for coming, everybody. Not going to apologize. Not going to apologize. I'm sorry if this was a boring episode. Oh, I did it. I apologize. Anyway, if you weren't enjoying it, you would have been gone by now anyway. So I really shouldn't apologize. Anyway, hey, you know, that's just the way this game is, right? That grind to get your first Elytra is pretty painful. And we had a pretty stinking bad end dimension for this one. So, yeah, that was pretty rough. But we got them. We got the wings now. Woohoo! There we go. There we go. We got our wings now, so we can explore that end a lot faster, and we can get tons of shulkers and some backup wings at some other point. So woohoo! All right, and now again, one more thing to level up this game, and that would be some snazzy swift sneak on these pants. And then we're like totally, oh gosh, and then we got to start the netherite grind. Hurry. Anyway, guys, thanks so much for coming. I'm glad you're here. And I'm, and I'm always thankful for your support. I really appreciate it more than you guys know. So I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.